Hello homesteaders. It's a fine spring morning here in Southern California during COVID-19 lockdown. I think it is April 16th, and we are looking at an all-in-one fruit salad stone fruit tree. So for those who don't know what that is, this is one tree with several varieties of stone fruit grafted on it. So I've got some, this limb here is Alberta peach. This limb here is nectarine. What type? Fantasia nectarine. This is a Babcock white peach. And this guy over here is a Santa Rosa plum. So the Babcock peach is the smallest, the nectarine would be the next smallest. So we had room for one more tree back here between my avocado that I put in. That's the Forte on that side, my orange tree on this side, and my apricot. And this is over behind the chicken coop on the property. So I just finished digging this hole. It was a beauty because there was a tree there before that they cut down. Fortunately, the root ball had been in the soil for a while, and I was able to get through it because that pot is about 16 inches deep and about a foot across. So it took a while, and I had to break all that up. But I'm excited about this baby, putting it in today. What's great about these is you'll be able to get 4 types of fruit on one tree. Like I mentioned in a previous video, gardening is addicting. Once you start this stuff, it just keeps going and going and going. So that's the progress I made so far. Now I got to get this baby in the ground. Alright, so look at that. I basically have it in the ground. What I did was I just cut the bottom off the pot. I made slits along both sides up to the lip, and next I'm gonna put a little fertilizer down, some manure, compost, soak it down pretty good. Then I will cut the lips and slide the rest of the plastic up, finish it off, and top it up with some mulch, then stake her up. So there we go, homesteaders. One fruit salad, 4-in-1 stone fruit tree, planted and in the ground. I was lucky, well I was unlucky in a way, because there was a tree planted here previously and I had to break up all of this root ball in order to plant this here where I wanted it. The good thing was a lot of that stuff was broken down, so it wasn't as hard and dense as it normally would be. And you can see the dirt, which I used partially to fill the hole with, is loaded with these broken down chunks, which are going to provide a lot of nutrients to the tree. I also used some of this, EB Stone Organics planting mix, and I used some mycorrhizal just for the root ball, and some citrus and fruit tree, plus some steer manure. Got it sunk in there pretty well, and it's it looked like initially the root ball was an inch above, but the ground around it was so soft I had to pack it in, and now the root ball is perfectly level with the ground. I got it staked up. What's great about these trees, part of the problem with having your own fruit trees like we've got here in the rest of the yard, you know, we've got oranges, grapefruits, lemons, apples. We can't keep up with them. We give them to people at work. My wife takes them in. I take them in. We give them to family and friends. Still, you can't keep up with them all. What's great about this thing, number one, they're grafted onto a dwarf stock So it only gets, they recommend that you prune these things to about 10 feet, which is perfect. That's about what this apricot is next to it. This orange is even a little smaller than that, even though it produces like crazy. The secret is, and what I try to do is put the two smaller stalks. So in this case, it would have been the Babcock peach and the nectarine. Put those facing to the front, and then the secret is pruning these things. You don't want the dominant stalk to take over the tree, so you prune that back and keep everything even. But the great thing is, year or two we should have 4 different fruits on this tree. They all fruit a little differently at different times of the year. Although these 3, most of them are late spring, early summer, so it should be all about the same time. But I'm excited about that. So we won't be killed with an overabundance of one fruit. We've got 4 different ones. They should all come at slightly different times, overlapping a little bit, of course. That'll be great. All I need to do is sweep the compost, the bark back on the top of this thing, and it's good to go. Now except for all of the fruit trees in my yard have these bubbler systems, and I'm sure since there was a tree here, there's probably a capped off sprinkler there. I'm hoping I can find it. If not, I'm gonna have to run one 8 feet or so over from this one in order to make sure that I can get this thing watered regularly. But other than that, it's done. It takes about an hour start to finish. If you do it right, take your time. Thing's perfectly straight in there. Hopefully it's healthy. Last thing you got to do is bless it and hope the Lord will make it fruitful and bountiful. Right, Smoke? Thanks for watching.